What's going on, Beamer fans? Welcome back to BeamerView. For today's video, we're going to be going over all the new BMW Drive modes. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, BeamerView, what we do here is teach you everything there is to know about BMW. We go over all the hidden tips and tricks. So if you are somebody who owns a BMW and you want to learn everything there is to know about it, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel because we put our content every single week. Before we get started, if you needed a BMW key fob cover for the key that looks like this, we do have key fob covers listed right down below for the new BMW style key fob. So make sure you get yourself a BMW key fob cover because these guys are $900 and you do not want to damage these whatsoever. Now let's go ahead and get started with the new BMW Drive Mode. So we did do a Drive Mode video with the older style Drive modes that used to be located right down here, but now they did condense the switch a bit. So now if you wanted to do things like go into sport mode or go into efficient mode, you're going to see that located within this button right here where it says My Modes. If I click on that, it's going to bring us to this screen here where now we can select whichever mode we want to be in. Now you're going to notice that these three right here were the original ones. So from before, we have our comfort mode, which now they just changed the name to personal. We have our super fun sport mode. We have our efficient mode right here to save gas. But you're going to notice that right over here on the right, you're going to notice a few other ones that are now located here too. One thing I will say is that your main three modes that can actually control the feel of the car, how it drives and such, are going to be these three here. But these four right here are purely more for aesthetics within the BMW. We're going to be going through each one, but you will see how these four modes can actually change the lighting within the car and even change the mood within the car. So let's go ahead and start from left to right. So of course right here we have our personal mode, which is simply our comfort mode, our normal mode. This is the mode that the vehicle starts in every single time you get into it. You cannot set it up so that it begins in sport mode every single time. You also cannot set it up so that it begins in efficient mode every single time. It can only start in this personal mode. There is a few different ways that you can customize it. But if you go into personal mode, you're going to see individual settings located here. Nothing too crazy here. You can add a different picture. And then if you go into general right here, you can also see that your personal mode can actually start in one of the four new aesthetic modes that we see here. So say for example, if I really liked one of these aesthetic modes, the new ones, which are expressive, relax, and digital art and silent, I could actually set it up so that relax mode would be the one that pops on whenever I start the car. You can also read it right here. It says that the selected mode located here, whichever one of these five, will be the mode that turns on every single time you start up the car. So yes, if I wanted my car to start up in digital art mode, I could just select digital art, and then now whenever the vehicle starts up for the next time, you'll see that the vehicle is going to be in its digital art mode. So yes, personal mode, and then everything with the car in terms of the driving feel. Personal mode is going to be your normal driving mode. It's not going to be too fast, not going to be too slow. It's going to be the most comfortable. A lot of people would question how to change the lighting in the car while you're in personal mode. You do that by going into settings right here, and then you want to look for interior lighting. Once you are in interior lighting, click on ambient right here on the left, and then you're going to see color, and then here you can choose whichever color you would like. Let's do purple for today. 99% of the time you're probably going to be in this mode. Again, this is the mode that the vehicle starts up in whenever you start up the car. Next one, we have sport. If I go into sport, this one is probably the most drastic one because once I clicked on sport, I saw that the lighting changed all around the car. You can see that there's a mix of reds and blues to indicate that sportiness that also resembles this background screen here. My speedometer located here did change into a more aggressive styling. Now that I'm in sport mode, this bar right here did change from a power meter to a tachometer where I can see the RPMs of the engine. So that's what sport mode does. And also you can see some lighting here change as well. But the other things that sport mode can do, and you can actually adjust this too. So while you're in sport mode, if you go into individual settings here, you're going to see that you can change the driving feel of different parts of the car. So say for example, if I'm in sport mode, but I wanted the drivetrain to be more on the comfort side, I could probably set that to comfort. Me personally, if I'm in sport, I personally like to have everything on the most aggressive side. So for this, I'm going to go into Sport Plus. Keep in mind that does turn off the traction control a little bit, so your car could go a little bit sideways if it's wet out, so watch out for that one. And then steering feel could be sport right here too. So this is maximum sportiness that I set up for my sport mode. One of the things that I have seen very much in common is that people will set these two to Sport Plus for maximum aggressiveness, but they will set the steering feel to actually comfort. So this makes the car engine, chassis, driving dynamics really aggressive. but my steering is still going to be more on the comfortable side and not so stiff whenever I'm driving on the road or on the highway. So yes, these are different ways that you can customize your sport mode. If I just reset this back to the default, you're going to see that it gets defaulted to where it was before. I would personally start off in sport mode first, with everything being in sport, and then once you get really acquainted with your car, then you can go into sport plus and then really start to feel the full power of the car. But yes, keep in mind, if you change this driving dynamics part to sport plus or DSC off, just watch out for these two, because these could reduce the traction control a little bit, if not completely. So your car could lose its traction whenever you are doing this. A lot of people prefer to have less traction on the car whenever they are in the sport mode, because then you can really get a full feel of the car and go around the track really fast. So that's what this is used for. But yes, that was sport mode. So again, my mode's right down here. So that one again is probably the most dramatic one. It will completely change the feel of the car the most. Next up, the complete opposite of sport is going to be efficient. So efficient will do a few things too. You can see that the lighting just changed all around the car right there. Right over here, our gauge cluster just kind of switched up a little bit too. You can see that now we have some new readouts right here where it says it's 3.9. And that lets you know how much miles you gained by saving gas in Eco Pro mode, or efficient mode, I should say. And this little bar right here just lets you know that if you stay within this range, you're driving in a really fuel efficient way. But yes, and then the background we have here just kind of changed up as well, going back to my mode so we can see the full modes. But yes, right over here in efficient, if I click on this little gear icon, it gives me some options here too. So efficient mode again is designed to maximize fuel efficiency for the car or charge. Efficient mode, what it will do, will purposely use less power so that the vehicle can be very efficient. Not only that, but if you're doing things like coasting the car, say for example, if you're going down a hill, what it will do is completely drop down the RPMs very low, so that there's no engine braking, or definitely reduced engine braking, so that you can actually coast a whole lot more whenever you're driving the car, which again helps with fuel efficiency. Another thing efficient mode will do is reduce the climate control function. So if you are somebody who likes to blast the climate control, you'll notice that whenever you go into efficient mode, that the climate control will actually drop down a little bit, again, just to be more efficient. And then you're gonna also see hidden functions located right here, where say for example, you could turn off the feature where it would reduce heating, say for example, along the side mirrors and even the back rear mirror as well. So by being in efficient mode, it will do all that other climate control stuff. So you'll see that there's gonna be a reduction on your side mirror heating and then in the back. But here are just some couple of options that you can control if you wanted to. But yes, that's what efficient mode does. Efficient mode is, a lot of people question, why don't I just be in that mode all the time? And that's a really good question. But the reason why a lot of people don't like to be in that mode a whole lot is mainly because you do lose a lot of power whenever you're driving the car. You're going to feel the car feel a whole lot more sluggish. I personally only use efficient mode whenever I think I'm really low on gas, or pushing it really close on how far I can drive the car. A lot of people would question when I want to be in sport mode. Sport mode is really good if you're driving in really aggressive conditions. So a lot of times I'll be in a sport mode whenever I'm actually driving through the city, because one of the other cool perks that sport mode has is that it'll automatically turn off the engine start stop feature. So whenever a light turns green, you're not going to feel no delay, no lag or anything. You're just going to be able to just go because the engine is going to be constantly running. So that's the other perk with sport mode. If you're running late somewhere and you're trying to get on time, sport mode is the one to be in. But yes, that was also sport mode before, and now we just completed efficient mode. Now these four modes are going to be more on the newer side of things. Expressive mode, watch what happens when I go into expressive. And I'm just going to close this sunshade here too, just so you can see exactly what expressive mode does. That just took forever for that thing to close. Anyways, so yes, expressive mode is going to be this guy right here. Now watch what's going to happen whenever I click on this. You're going to see that the lighting will completely change. This whole background will completely change, and then it'll open up the sunshade as well. So if I push on it, you can see that this guy just completely changed. It's now a really cool fancy design. Got some more fancy design right there. Our sunshade is going all the way back, which is really cool, making our roof here very expressive, you could say. And then right over here, you can see that the lighting just changed all around to match that expressive tone that we see on the background here. So this is what expressive mode can do. Again, doesn't really do a whole lot to the driving feel of the car. Your driving feel is still going to be in that personal mode per se. But you can see that the design on the screens here is really cool. Something really unique. But again, Expressive mode and then the other 3 modes are purely for aesthetics within the car. But this is what Expressive mode can do. Next up, let's actually try to go into our next mode, which is Relax. I would probably think that this is the most usable mode that actually makes sense for me, because once you do that, it makes the lighting very calm. You can also see that right here, the design got very simple. Things are looking very, very clean and simple. Our lighting here is a nice calm tone as well. And then our background is also this really nonchalant background that we have here. That also changed. And then our sunshade closed. I'm not sure if I already mentioned that, but yes, our sunshade is now closed. So Relax mode is really good if, say, for example, you just had a really rough day and then you're just in your car and quite honestly, you just need to relax. Some people would probably meditate inside their car too. This may be a good mode to be in, but yes, it will also turn off the music just so you get a nice peace of mind sitting inside the car. Also, one huge thing to note, any of these modes that we're seeing here, you don't have to go ahead and push down here each time to change the mode. The easiest thing to do is you just say, hey BMW, change drive mode to Expressive, change drive mode to Sport. Just use your voice command to do all that while you're driving, just so you don't have to go digging through the menus to find exactly what you want. So that's a huge tip. But yes, our next mode, clicking on my modes, is going to be digital art. Digital art, very similar to Expressive, but if I click on it, you're going to see that our sunshade is going to go back again. Our design that we're seeing here on the instrument cluster is really fancy. It does look quite crazy, but I will say that the video doesn't really do justice. If you were to see this in person, it does look really cool. Also, one other thing too, if I were to press on home here, if you wanted that My Modes background to show here, you can also do that. So by sliding out this tab right here, just go into My Modes here, and then that really cool Expressive mode is actually going to populate this home screen of your BMW. So this may be something really good to do if you are somebody who uses those really cool modes. So that's what Expressive mode is. You can see that the lighting also changed to this purple tone right here and right there as well. Is super nice. But yes, would I personally use this mode? Probably not as much as the other ones, but this is all personal preference. Now we have silent, which is also very similar to what Relax mode does, but you can see that the screen here is definitely more on the quieter side. A really cool thing that I'm also seeing here is that there's a lot less distraction going on. You can see that if I'm revving the gas pedal, that I'm not seeing the RPMs or power meter show up here, because what this mode is designed to do is just have a really simple mode where you get a really good peace of mind, and then it will also minimize all the distractions as well. So you can see that the only thing I see here is just the speedometer. The lighting is basically very dim. Lighting right down here, very dim as well, and right over there. So yes, this is what silent mode can do. It's just concentrate on the most important things in a peaceful atmosphere. It's a great mode to be in if you're trying to take a really important call as well. Also close the sunshade on this one too, so that's what this mode can do. So yeah, My Modes is right there. And then yeah, so these are pretty much our modes. But one thing you need to know about the new BMWs that are rolling out, and then the ones that are coming out with things like digital premium, you may just want to go into here where it says Connected Drive Store, and then you want to look for this thing called digital premium. So if you go into the Connected Drive Store, you're going to see Connected Drive located way up there. Look for this guy right here where it says digital premium. The reason why I bring this up is that those 4 additional modes that we saw, things like Relax, Silence, Expressive, Digital Art, depending on the BMW you have, it may be tied to a subscription. You can see that for this car, that the subscription is going to be over on January 14th, 2026, which is about 3 months from now. If you don't, you are going to lose those additional drive modes. But if you are somebody who don't use those modes, then you're not really going to lose a whole lot. We do have a separate video with all the different BMW subscriptions where I do deep dive into this, so you may just want to check that out. If you are somebody who uses a lot of specific functions a whole lot, such as gaming or video, you may just want to consider this. But I will say that a good 90% of people may not need to have this subscription renewed, because these are a lot of features that many BMW owners don't really use. Again, just use your voice command to basically cycle through all these. You don't need to go pushing on this guy here and then try to figure out the right one for you. All you really have to do is click on this and then say go into sport mode, and then it'll do it. Very easy to do. You can also set up hello BMW, and then it'll just do it as well. So that's what I would do. But again, my favorite mode out of all these, probably sport mode. I tend to drive really aggressively at times, especially whenever I'm going into the city. So this is very useful for me. But depending on who you are, it may just be a matter of preference. A lot of people like to be in efficient mode as well. but I will say that the majority of the crowd is always just going to be in this personal mode. Let me know if this video helped. I hope you guys took away something from this video. If you all had any questions, write it down below. Again, don't forget to check out the BMW key fob covers. They are selling like crazy. We've sold over 500 of these, so definitely check it out. Shipping all around the United States with very quick shipping times, so rest assured. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all for the next one.